All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and it seems like Trump is not stopping at all. He is back with yet another new song. You already know, of course, going off on Joe Biden and probably everybody around him. Because like I said before, man, they are trying their best to keep Trump down, and he ain't going to let it happen because this man, Trump, knows that this right here ain't nothing but an election interference. They don't want him to run. But guess what? Newsflash, Donald Trump is going to run in 2024. I can guarantee you he's going to win. You know what I'm saying? And now this one right here is another song that he dropped. And then this right here is going to be two videos into one. So I really need everybody that's watching right now, please watch the entire video with me. It will really, really, really help me out so more people can see this video. And the second part of this video is that the GOP finds more revealing evidence on Biden that I think nobody knew about. So it's going to be two videos into one. First, we're going to listen to Trump's new song about Joe Biden. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody been showing so much support. Everybody that's been leaving positive comments in the comment section. And I also want to thank everybody who clicked on this video for the very first time. Without further ado, let's dive straight into this, y'all. Let's go.
It's your boy Barry, aka Big O, and I'm the host and the judge of today's rap battle between Trump the Don and my good friend Biden.
Hey Biden, I know it's on that laptop hiding. You can fool your voters, but half the country, they know you're lying. I'll never go to jail, the DA keep on trying. All the billions you're supplying to Ukraine, people dying. You got blood on your hands, well your puppet masters do. They're coming after me, they should be coming after you. But we know the whole swamp is evil and that's the truth. You can go and ask Julian Assange for the proof. You said black people who don't vote for you are not black. You locked up tons in the 80s for some crack. A crisis at your border and of course you turned your back. What happened to forgiving college loans? Come on, Jack. You said you don't support gays a decade ago. Career politicians will say anything for your vote. At press conferences, you're reading what somebody else wrote. You're controlled by BlackRock and Vanguard like Trudeau. Your wife is not a doctor, but she says she is. Why, Joe? Hey, Joe, who wrote the 94 crime bill? Here's to the most famous president.
Wow.
3 cheers. Your daughter said you showered with her well into her teen years. You said Obama was the first well-groomed black man. You eulogize Robert Byrd, please give up the act, man. Messing with me, you messed up big time. Oh, I can't forget 10% to the big guy. Good luck, Joe. Good luck beating that creepy Joe, sleepy Joe. Can't wait to see what you got.
Oh man, what Joe Biden finna say?
Hey, Trump.
Okay.
My legs and the kids, they would rub the hair. And
What?
Corn Pop was a bad dude. This is my wife, and this is my sister. Hey, how did I get here? What's going on? Ronald Trump. Who am I battling? If you're not black, then you don't vote for me. If you don't vote for me, you're not black.
Oh my God.
Hey, Pop was a bad dude.
Then this man sleep.
Fight. Come on, man. This is my sister. Hey, how did I get here?
Well, Joe, that was pretty special. Let us know in the comments down below who you think won the rap battle and who you'd like to see next.
If you're not black, then you don't vote for me. If you don't.
You got to be kidding me, bro. Let's go ahead and get straight into the next video. But obviously, we know Trump won that. I don't know.
And we begin this Sunday morning with breaking news on a potential impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden this September. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy will join me in just a moment to discuss Congress's agenda when members return to Washington in just 2 weeks' time, and whether it will include an impeachment inquiry over allegations of bribery and influence peddling, as well as a potential government shutdown. The president continues to deny he had any knowledge or involvement in his son's overseas business deals, despite mounting evidence and testimony to the contrary.
He knew everything.
In records reviewed by Fox News Digital, Hunter Biden traveled to at least 13 countries with then Vice President father while he was part of Rosemont Seneca Partners. The trips took place while Joe Biden was on official business as vice president to Europe, Africa, Asia, and Mexico. In April of 2010, Hunter Biden sent an email to his business associate, Mark Doyle, who was registered as a foreign agent for Serbia at the time, about setting up a meeting with Serbia officials there, saying, quote, JRB will be in Madrid and I can catch a ride with him and fly over to Serbia and then be back with you. This email, on top of what the House Oversight Committee reports, is 176 suspicious activity reports from Biden bank accounts, whistleblower testimony alleging bribery, and 20 shell companies transacting money that was directed to Biden family bank accounts. Joining me right now in this Sunday Morning Futures exclusive is House Speaker Congressman Kevin McCarthy. Mr. Speaker, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for being here.
They considering the Biden impeachment,
Will you bring an impeachment inquiry against President Biden this September?
Well, Maria, first you've got to understand, only because Republicans took the majority have we found out what President Biden told us when he was running for office is not true. He said he never had any dealings with his son's business, and that he never even talked to him.
That's a lie.
We now found out not only did he call into the meetings, he went to dinner, and after the dinner, Hunter Biden got a new Porsche, that there was $3.5 million transferred. We now found out as he was a sitting vice president, the family created 20 shell companies. They received 16 of 17 payments from Romania while he was vice president. We now found that the money would flow to 9 family members. He has to continue to change this. But since then, we found a movement of his administration of weaponization. We found that now the special prosecutor, David Weiss, actually let the statute of limitations run out on Hunter Biden's taxes. We found that the FBI actually informed Hunter Biden and the inaugural committee prior to our ability to go and interview him. We also have a DOJ that tried to give a sweetheart deal to Hunter Biden, and the judge said no. So if you look at all the information we've been able to gather so far, it is a natural step forward that you would have to go to an impeachment inquiry. And just so your viewers understand what that means, that provides Congress the apex of legal power to get all the information they need. Because remember what's laying out there right now. We have an attorney general that could have lied to the American public, which he has now named a special prosecutor. They have said 2 different things, and you have Gary Shapley on a little later today, IRS whistleblowers that have come forward that show that there's 2 forms of justice when it comes to America. But now when you look at this, it looks like a culture of corruption that's been happening within the entire Biden family. You've got to be able to answer that to the American public. The American public deserves that answer. Who's lying? What information went on? Who paid? And what foreign governments, when you found now that we know that an FBI actually had an informant, which got to a form of a 1023, claiming that they had bribed then vice president and saying that we would never find the money because they went through shell companies and withheld that from the IRS individuals investigating Hunter Biden.
They are just getting exposed left and right.
That needs to be underlined. We would not know any of this if it were not for even your 5-person majority. Thanks to your investigations, the hearings, the on-the-record testimonies that your investigators have been doing, we have learned a lot about what has taken place allegedly during this period when Joe Biden was vice president. What other evidence are you seeking in order to bring that? Do you need more evidence to prove to your members? Do you have the votes for an inquiry?
Well, we have been out on summer recess right now working in the district. When we go back, we'll discuss this, but we find new information each week. We did not know about the whistleblowers coming forth. We did not know of all these times that the president lied to the American public. Each step we take contradicts what the Bidens had said before. Could you imagine being a sitting vice president and your family's members set up 20 shell companies? American companies don't do that. And then they deal with foreign countries that you got 16 of 17 payments from Romania while you're vice president. And then we have the vice president, now president, claiming that he utilized American tax dollars to withhold from Ukraine to get a prosecutor fired. We just recently found out during break from a business partner with Hunter Biden that they were being pressured when they were on that board to try to do something about that prosecutor. So there's a lot of questions questions is still. And to be able to get the answers to these questions, you would need impeachment inquiry to empower Congress, Republicans and Democrats, to be able to get the answers that the American people deserve to know. I've had Democrats now tell me that they're very concerned because they back this president based upon what he told America. And with each turn, we find that is not true.
Does it become hard?
There you go. Look at that. Even the Democrats are concerned about Joe Biden. And y'all know I've been saying this for the longest. When this man was vice president, this man was doing a lot of corrupt stuff. He lied to all of us. Everything he said before he won was a lie. Like, talking about he never worked with his son before. Like, you didn't know none of his business dealings. You want a part of it. You said he did his thing. You knew nothing about it. But yet you're the main one. Joe Biden was the main one that knew everything. The man was using alias names and stuff. Remember, they exposed Joe Biden for that, for using alias names. Look at all the stuff this man did when he was vice president. I mean, now, like, it seemed like at this point, everything is coming out. Now, they saying that GOP is considering Biden impeachment. I don't think they need to consider nothing. They need to do it. Look at all this stuff they putting on Donald Trump. Just look, every day is something new. Every day is another state that's trying to come out and do something to Donald Trump. Every single day, they trying to find anything. Now it seems like, allegedly, like Biden is he teaming up with Fannie Willis to try to help take Trump out? Like, come on, it's been a lot of corrupt stuff coming from the Biden side, man. And just listening to this, you like, man, this Biden ain't who nobody thought he was. I mean, you think about it, because the Democrats is for Biden, and they are concerned. You know it's a concern when you get a Democrat come on live TV and say, hey, I never vote for Donald Trump. I don't like Donald Trump, but I have to be fair. They are doing him wrong. Even a Democrat said that. If a lot of you watching and you didn't hear that, make sure you go back to my video. I think it was like yesterday or day before yesterday, where a Democrat came on Fox News and admitted and said, hey, they are doing Donald Trump wrong. And he said he wish all Democrats can be fair. But we all know, Democrats ain't going to be fair towards Donald Trump. But, it is what it is, man. But this is crazy, finding out all this information.
With this other issue that you've got, and that is the funding deadline. Will you be able to deepen this probe while also battling Democrats and the White House about funding government by September 30th? Walk us through your scenarios that you expect. Do you think we'll see a short-term continuing resolution while you finish the appropriations process?
Well, one of our goals is to change Washington. We're tired of these omnibus bills where Congress doesn't do their work like their appropriations. So in the debt ceiling, we put a provision in there. If you didn't do your job, there was a 1% cut across the board. It made a lot of members mad, but they're actually doing their work. I don't believe we'll have enough time to pass all the appropriation bills by September 30th. So I would actually like to have a short-term CR only to make our argument stronger. Because, Maria, if we shut down, all of government shuts it down, investigation and everything else, it hurts the American public. Yep. But if we're able to pass our appropriation bills, we're in a stronger position to remove those Pelosi policies that are locked into law right now, the wokeism, the overspending, the non-security of this border. We want to secure the border, make us energy independent, make our streets safer, and let our parents have a say in their kids' education. We can't do all of that. And you want to go into that debate with the strongest hand. So if we could pass more, do a short-term one would make us in a stronger position, because over in the Senate, I'm sorry, the Republicans and Democrats are voting 97% to spend even higher than what our debt ceiling agreement agreed to. And we're in this discussion together, and so we've got to have a stronger hand. And I want to put us in the position to be able to get greater savings and take away all those Pelosi policies.
Would you be in favor of doing a short-term CR till when? December? January?
Well,
What's
The old Washington used to always try to set them up right before a holiday to pressure. I want to make sure we're able to set this where it's not by a holiday, that it's just enough time that if we can do more of our work now, that we could be in conference with the Senate. I would give us a short-term, because Washington only works on deadlines, give us that short-term deadline that makes our policies stronger, that we've been able to pass them, and makes a stronger argument in committee to remove the Pelosi policies.
And one of the policies you've been pushing is energy independence. We saw Americans get hurt once again by inflation this summer. Gasoline all the way up to $7 in some areas. What can you do to affect energy independence?
That American natural gas replaces.
Wow. Another great video by Fox News. You know, like I said, this right here is crazy, like with more evidence, you know, coming out about Joe Biden. It's like I said, now it's getting to the point for where now it's like, I ain't gonna say Trump is to the side yet, because they, you know, they still messing with Trump. He's in the news every day. They talking about him every single day, but we ain't gonna let them keep taking all the light off Joe Biden and all the stuff that they got going on over there. No, we gonna keep that stuff over there highlighted. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden is going to continue to get exposed, especially, I mean, this man did a lot of bad stuff as a vice president, man. And he ain't been no good being the president. Like, come on now. I mean, we just got to call a spade, especially, you know it's bad when your own side is calling you out. When you got the Democrats, the one that's on your side, calling you out, like they don't trust you no more. You already losing in the polls. It's like this point, Trump ain't even got to go to no debates or anything. And he still be winning in polls. This man mugshot went viral. The interview he did with Tucker went viral. What have Joe Biden did that went viral? Nothing. You know, but y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this. I appreciate everybody who watched to the very end. If you did, please let me know in the comment section that you did watch the video until the end with me. I really, really appreciate you. I really, really do. Thank you very, very much for that. And like I said, thank you for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.